ain't gonna lie, Marvel Zombies had to been one of the most darkest, gruesome stories I've ever read. I ain't like, damn. Like, just imagine Marvel heroes. They already strong as shit. Imagine them with a zombie virus they can't control. You not safe. I read this story when I was a kid mad times, and every time I read it, I remember always thinking, yo, please. Now I'm on my knees, hands clasped together. Yo, please don't ever let this ever happen in real life. Alright, so boom. At least at this point, the Marvel Zombies done ate the whole world. Everybody done. So Silver Surfer pull up to do his 9 to 5, sees how jacked up the world is, and he leaves to inform his manager, Galactus, hey bro, wrap this planet up. This planet is done. And for those who don't know, Silver Surfer travels the universe looking for planets that Galactus can devour in order to keep his own planet from getting devoured by Galactus. Because a while back, my son Silver Surfer was a regular dude chilling on his own planet and stuff. And then one day Galactus, not what we here for. Chill. Y'all wildin'. Them being aware of what Silver Surfer is here for, they're like, I bet when he spin back, that's fresh meat. Hey, yo. They gonna eat the guy. Like, what was I about this? Like, I'm wild. Because while they making this whole plan, Giant Man is like, I bet. I'm gonna go look for my girl. I'll catch y'all later. I bet. So fast forward maybe a few minutes into the future, what we find out is this motherfucker has Black Panther locked up in his lab, hiding him from the others. Why? Son looking for a cure. But how did we get here? I got you. In the beginning of the zombie outbreak, before Giant Man even got turned, this guy and Black Panther was on their way to his lab to find a cure. Look at Black Panther meat riding, following behind him like a lost dog. But we got something for his meat riding ass, because come to find out, Giant Man got bit by his wife and was already infected. The whole reason he lured Black Panther to his lab was cause, and I quote, I won't be caught without a meal when this is all over. Like, son, what? Bro backdoored his own mans for a meal. That's crazy. Back to the present, we see part of Black Panther's limbs are gone. And Buddy talking crazy, talking about, I gotta eat a piece of you to keep a clear head. So what does he do? Saws off his leg. Mind you, this guy's drugged up and half conscious. So while he's cutting off this guy's leg, he's like, you know what scares me? Even if I find a cure, my freaking tongue, dude. You know what scares me? Even if I find a cure, I'll still end up eating people because I low-key rock with the taste of flesh. I don't know, man. I don't know. So boom, his wife, the wife, sneaks up behind him, and she tight because he hiding fresh meat from everybody. But she like, wait, hold on. You didn't have to hide it from me because we could have shared the eats. But Giant Man not hearing none of that. So what does he do? This dude bites her dome off. Now she got no neck. So back to the romantic moment. I don't even know if I want to say it like that. But back to the romantic moment Black Panther and Giant Man was having. Black Panther in the cut like, in my right now. But Giant Man freak is like, I ain't gonna kill you, old friend. Or your meat gonna spoil. Now, shut up, daddy got work to do? Bruh. Hey, yo. Alright, we done with this part of the story, but we not done yet. It gets crazy. Alright, so boom, back to the beginning of the zombie outbreak. A Fantastic Four was grieving because Valeria, Reed Richards' daughter, was killed or infected by She-Hulk. I'm not sure, but either one is bad. They was crying and all that. So Sue Richards sends She-Hulk to the Lord. Moments later, my son Reed wipes his tears and said the grind don't stop, and immediately started experimenting on the zombies. Son did not care about his daughter. Whole time he fake crying. But while experimenting, he comes to the conclusion that the zombie virus not even a virus. It's the next level of human the next level of human evolution. Damn, bro. I can't say nothing without all this stuttering. Bit my tongue like 40 times. But later on, he calls the Fantastic Four into the room to tell him about his realization. And whole time, he really just laced him with the virus. And as soon as they turn, they all go to eat Reed. And his freak ass is like, yes, give me the virus. Like, bruh, it's like, it's and we moving on again. The next story I'm about to tell you is shorter but even darker than the stories I told so far. I ain't gonna lie. So boom, at the very beginning of the outbreak, Spidey swinging around the city trying to get to his Aunt May and Mary Jane to get them out the city to safety. Now, minutes prior to this, he got infected, but he didn't get turned yet. So the hero in him is like, all right, I'm gonna go save him real quick before I get turned. As soon as he gets there, the virus overtakes out of nowhere. He pounces on Mary Jane, and my son was eating too good. Then his aunt comes talking about, okay, Peter, time to clean this up. Man, if you don't run, and I'm sure we can all guess what happens. Son ripped her spine out of her back. I don't think none of us gets that. That's crazy. Side note, although I do like the way that turned out, one thing that didn't sit right with me was the fact that they didn't portray Peter's logic and okay. How did I stutter in slow motion? I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. It just didn't feel right the way they didn't portray Peter's logic and intelligence. How that would have went, because it's Peter, is he would have got infected and he would have went anywhere near his aunt and Mary Jane. If anything, he probably would have blew his brain. Now, one thing I could say about the whole Marvel Zombie series, this comic was clearly made for shock value. I ain't gonna lie, because the stuff that happened in this comic is crazy. Now, the plot and the story, I'm not gonna lie, there was some points where it weren't cohesive. Like, it felt forced, but it was forced in a good way. Like, I still enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie. This story was just supposed to be a what if for zombies in the Marvel Universe, basically. It was supposed to be surrounded around the Marvel heroes being zombies and the scenarios and interactions they can possibly have while being zombies. And I ain't gonna lie, they did a great job with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I even like how they let the Marvel zombies still feel guilty for the actions that they've done as zombies. Like, they retain their sentience even after infection, but they're 100% aware that they can't get rid of this hunger. So all that, I'm about to eat God. There was even a moment where Giant Man meets up with the other zombified Marvel heroes, and they're eating Jarvis, and for some reason Jarvis is a physical human in this universe. Giant Man is like, so we just gonna let the virus take over? We're not even gonna try to get rid of this joint? And Captain America looking at him like, hey, you got any plans? Cause I don't know what to do. Then Hawkeye says, I've eaten over 12 people today. I don't expect there's any redemption for us. So he asks Giant Man, so you saying you don't want none of this Jarvis meat? And Giant Man like, I ain't saying none of that now. Let me get some of that. And here you could just see when all the heroes just gave in. They're just like, hey, this is how it is now. Most people didn't like the story because our heroes of the Marvel Universe were acting out of the ordinary. I mean, are they not infected with a zombie virus? Like, how are they supposed to act? But nah, I get what they mean though. They wanted to see the heroes portray characteristics they would portray if they weren't infected with a zombie virus. You do get that sometimes. You don't get that as much, but either way, it was still a great story overall. Nah, cause I ain't gonna lie, Captain America, but he had no characteristics that he would normally have. But I understand though, cause he's a zombie. But man, that was a whole new. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there was some issues of Marvel Zombies that was like not that great, but it was decent. Like the issue with Machine Man, we did not need it. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool, but I promise we didn't need it. If I was to give Marvel Zombies as a whole rating, I'd say 8.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the ones, but it's fire, bro. I probably didn't explain it well enough as why I gave Marvel Zombies an 8.5 rating, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Don't be like that. It's just something about seeing heroes cross that moral line that they normally follow. That junk fire, I ain't gonna lie. There was more I wanted to say, but that'll be for another video if y'all want that. I was gonna try to go over more, but this video will be mad long, and I ain't trying to hear none of that. Y'all bugging. So like, yeah.